Have you ever wondered why some interactions with women feel like navigating a minefield? Well, there's a reason, and today I'll share with you this lesser-known truth. In this video, we'll delve deep into the dynamics of power and respect and discover how it can truly revolutionize how you interact with women. Understanding this secret is not just about improving your chances in love or flirting. It's about building a solid foundation of self-confidence. By understanding and applying the principles we'll discuss, you're not just enhancing your relationship skills, you're investing in yourself. This is crucial because, at the end of the day, confident men not only attract more, but also foster healthier and more satisfying relationships. If you find this perspective intriguing, know that this is just one of the many topics we cover here on the channel. We're always exploring new ways to understand social and effective dynamics, always aiming to provide you with the best content. And your participation is essential to us. Let us know in the comments what topics you'd like to see discussed here. What are your biggest questions and curiosities? Share with us. Your interaction helps us create content that's more relevant and tailored to your needs. The importance of mutual respect. The importance of mutual respect cannot be underestimated. We live in times where the dynamics of personal relationships are constantly evolving, and many men find themselves perplexed, feeling disrespected or mistreated in their interactions, especially in romantic ones. This feeling of devaluation not only affects self-esteem, but also hinders the development of healthy and rewarding relationships. This raises a fundamental question. How can we change this reality? The answer lies in understanding and applying certain principles that go beyond superficial flirting or seduction techniques. We're talking about building a solid foundation of mutual respect, where communication and mutual understanding are keys to unlocking deeper and more meaningful relationships. Our mission in this video is exactly that, to show you how understanding these principles and applying them in daily life can not only significantly improve the treatment you receive, but also strengthen your relationships overall. When you position yourself in a respectful and assertive manner, you create an environment where respect is reciprocated, paving the way for healthier and more satisfying relationships. Understanding strength tests. Ever encountered a sudden shift in a woman's behavior with whom you're involved? Suddenly, the person who seemed to be in perfect sync with you starts acting cold, distant, or even inexplicably challenging. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. These sudden changes, often pejoratively labeled as craziness, can leave many men confused and frustrated, wondering where they went wrong or what they did to deserve such treatment. However, what many fail to realize is that these behaviors are, most of the time, unconscious tests of strength and resilience. That's right, tests, but not the kind you're thinking of. We're not talking about physical strength, but rather strength of character, emotional resilience, and confidence. These tests, though they may seem arbitrary or unfair, serve a deeper purpose in the dynamics of relationships. They're not a sign of lack of love or interest. On the contrary, they're often indicators that the relationship is, in fact, progressing to a stage of greater depth and significance. What's being tested here is your ability to remain steadfast, to maintain your integrity, and to demonstrate that you can handle challenges without losing your center. Understanding this concept is crucial as it completely changes how we interpret and react to these behaviors. Instead of seeing them as personal attacks or rejection, we can view them as opportunities to affirm our inner strength and dedication to the relationship. This doesn't mean tolerating disrespect or bad behavior, but understanding the origin of these tests and responding in a way that reinforces mutual respect and understanding. The ideal response. These often misunderstood tests can lead to counterproductive reactions. But what is the correct way to handle these challenging situations? Let's start with what not to do. Inappropriate strategies, such as shouting or trying to intimidate, only make things worse. These reactions, far from demonstrating strength, reveal a fundamental weakness: the inability to handle the situation calmly and controlled. When you resort to verbal aggression or try to impose respect through fear, you're actually signaling that you've lost control, not only of the situation, but of yourself. And this, far from increasing your value in the eyes of someone you want to impress, diminishes it. So what's the effective strategy? The key to being seen as a strong and respectable man is not to show power through domination, but to demonstrate that you have options and aren't afraid to walk away if necessary. This doesn't mean giving up at the first sign of conflict, but being secure enough to know when a situation isn't positively contributing to your life and being prepared to walk away for your own well-being. This stance not only demonstrates admirable character strength, but also sets a standard for mutual respect. When you show that you value yourself and your needs, you set a precedent for how you expect to be treated. Furthermore, by communicating that you won't tolerate disrespect but are willing to work together to build a healthy and positive relationship. You pave the way for a relationship based on understanding, respect, and equality. Maintaining respect and interest. We've reached a critical point: the importance of proper positioning. After understanding that shouting or trying to intimidate only reveals weakness and not strength, the next natural step is to figure out how we can then act correctly. The key lies in self-appreciation and demonstrating independence, essential elements for maintaining respect and a woman's interest. Not tolerating disrespect doesn't mean reacting with aggression or hostility. Instead, it means setting healthy boundaries and communicating them clearly and respectfully. Demonstrating independence involves showing that you have options, that your happiness and self-esteem aren't entirely dependent on another person. This isn't about playing jealousy games or manipulation. It's about remaining true to yourself and your values. Women are naturally attracted to men who value themselves, men who know their worth and aren't afraid to express their needs and desires. This creates a dynamic based on mutual admiration and respect instead of dependency and fear. When you position yourself as someone who can fully live with or without the relationship, paradoxically, you make the relationship much more desirable and healthy for both parties. This self-appreciation and independence should not be confused with selfishness or indifference. Instead, they are expressions of healthy self-confidence, allowing you to engage in relationships more openly, honestly, and consequently, more intimately, by showing that you won't tolerate disrespect and that you value your independence. You set a precedent for how you expect to be treated and, at the same time, increase your attractiveness in a woman's eyes. Escaping the scarcity mentality. This mentality can be a significant obstacle, not just in our romantic relationships, but also in various areas of life. Believing that she's the one or that you won't find someone who understands and values you the same way can lead to an excessive tolerance of negative behaviors, compromising both respect and attraction in the relationship. This limited perception diminishes your self-esteem and can leave you stuck in cycles of emotional dependency, where the fear of loss outweighs the desire for a healthy and mutually respectful relationship. However, the good news is that we can reverse this pattern by cultivating an abundance mentality. This means recognizing the vast array of opportunities and possibilities that life offers, including in romantic relationships. Focusing on yourself and your personal projects is not an act of selfishness. On the contrary, it's a way to demonstrate that you have options and that your happiness and well-being aren't exclusively dependent on one person or relationship. When you dedicate yourself to your interests, hobbies, and personal growth, you naturally become a more interesting and attractive person. This not only boosts your self-esteem and confidence, but also broadens your worldview and social interactions. You start to attract people who respect and admire your independence and commitment to your own life. This is the true meaning of cultivating an abundance mentality, recognizing your value and opening yourself to the infinite possibilities of genuine and enriching connections. Adopting this new perspective requires practice and reflection, but the rewards are immeasurable. By freeing yourself from the scarcity mentality, you not only improve your current and future relationships, but also enrich your own life experience. And we've come to the end of another video. Remember, women respect men who respect themselves. Don't be afraid to set healthy boundaries and stand your ground. Your self-esteem and well-being should always be your priority. Thank you so much for joining us all the way here. If you found value in this content, please don't forget to leave that like and subscribe to the channel for more insights on relationships and personal development. And more than that, we'd love to hear your experiences and thoughts on this topic. Leave your comment below, share your story, or even a question you might have. Your interaction is very important to us and helps enrich our community. Until next time, and continue investing in yourself, because that's the path to richer and more meaningful relationships.